Welcome to this video about supporting a pupil returning to school following periods of significant EBSA-related absence, Part 2 of 3. Putting in place additional supports. As general guidance, if a pupil has been out of school for more than a complete week and it is clear, usually from parents and carers, that this is due to EBSA, it is important to consider further steps with the pupil, their parents, carers, staff, and involved agencies. This includes changes and enhancements to supports already in place, including classroom-based approaches with teachers, reasonable adjustments, wraparound and self-care strategies, the role of key adults, safe spaces in the school, and structured interventions. Gradual, finely graded steps are now likely to feature within this. It is also very likely that new and more intensive plans of support will need to be put in place, including consideration of various timetable and education provision options. The first example of this is a short-term personalised timetable. This is a temporary timetable that typically includes intended full-day school attendance, but with a reduced load of normal lessons and activities, with the most anxiety-provoking elements removed. Finely graded and gradual steps. As regular and constant non-attendance is a very serious concern, and the pupil's profile is complex, being clear about the smallest details in the plan of support is now vital. Broad, overly ambitious plans are likely to fail. Enable a phased return to school life, at a pace that doesn't overwhelm or compromise any small steps of progress made so far. Consider, for example, breaking down each part of their current personalised timetable, from the very beginning of the day, perhaps including their journey to school, to the end of the day, including the staff involved. Implementing a step-by-step process of incremental exposure to the situations in school that are anxiety-provoking. As introduced in the previous video, use a simple avoidance hierarchy, a scale or ladder, with the pupil and their parents and carers. A step-by-step return to school example. Here is an example of a step-by-step plan for a gradual return to school, where the medium-term aim is for the pupil to attend school for the whole morning. The pupil and their parents and carers will need to be made aware that initially their anxiety is likely to increase as they are faced with the prospect of going back into school. Likewise, each new step may provoke anxious thoughts, feelings, and EBSA behaviours. Anticipate setbacks. This is normal and to be expected. If the pupil does manage to overcome their fears and stay in the situation, they will hopefully develop a sense of mastery, feeling that they are able to cope in situations they previously found overwhelming. Reduced, part-time, and blended timetables. All pupils of compulsory school age are entitled to a full-time education, and parents have a legal duty to ensure that their child attends school on a regular basis. However, the DfE guidance states that, in very exceptional circumstances, there may be a need for a temporary part-time timetable to meet a pupil's individual needs. A reduced, part-time or blended timetable involves the pupil attending school at agreed times on agreed days, with some off-site learning, which could be at home and or via a commissioned alternative provision provider or independent tutor. If this could apply for a pupil who has not been attending school due to EBSA, it is strongly recommended that professional advice is sought from the local authority's Education Welfare Service. Remote learning materials are carefully prepared, and there are robust processes to ensure that the timetable is frequently monitored, adjusted, and increased in response to small steps progress. This is the end of this video. Part 3 on this topic is now available to watch. You can view more videos on this channel in the EBSA Essentials series.